What's up, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. I played Assassin's Creed Nexus VR, and I just kind of wanted to get into some of the stuff people might not be talking about, which is the bugs and the bad, and then I'll get into the good too. First off, I think this is the best VR game I've probably ever played. I scratched that. It is the best VR game I've ever played. But with me saying that, let me get in and let you know of some of the bugs I have discovered in my playthrough. So first off, I wanted to discuss your hands sometimes not grabbing ledges. This is kind of a serious issue because you could grab a ledge and it looks like you're gripping it, but she keeps letting go, or he, whatever character you're playing at the time, they keep letting go, which becomes a huge problem, and you might not even realize that it's a bug for like the first 30 minutes you're playing like I did, but you have to quit the game and come back in. And the problem with this is that happens almost every time. That's something that, an update could really fix. We really could see an update fix to gripping with hands. Another one I found, falling through the ground. Now that one is like trip straight to your trash can or your toilet and throw up, because when you fall through the ground and you see the map, leaving you, that could make some people really sick. I definitely could see that. It only happened to me once through like a transition of a door in a mission, but it did happen, so I gotta say it. Now, some of the ones that really bothered me throughout my whole playthrough, your throwing knives moving in slow motion. Sometimes you would throw them like from the top of a building. You would throw them while you're falling, and then because it was in slow motion at the time, the knife would still move in slow motion, and you would hit the ground beside them, and then the knife would hit the ground beside them after you, but not do anything. And your throwing knives are kind of like your biggest asset in this game, that and your bow, because hand-to-hand combat, it ain't hitting on much in this game. It kind of sucks. I got to say, how you got the block or parry and block and then hit back, that just feels really dumb in this game, as I really think, they could have made the combat a lot better in this game. And, if I'm moving on from that, enemies not taking damage sometimes when you hit them. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes you would hit an enemy and it wouldn't register you even touched them, so it would be like you did nothing, and then everybody's on alert and you would fail missions sometimes like this. But yeah, that was definitely a bug I wasn't too happy with during my playthrough. And a lot of these bugs involve combat, hand-to-hand combat and stuff, or your throwing knives and your bow not working. And it really just shows off the weakest point of the game, which is the hand-to-hand combat. I personally think that they have a lot of work to be done, with hand-to-hand combat. With stealth and all that, perfect. I think exploring, stealth, all that is amazing. I did enjoy the story. I think they shouldn't have jumped around so much. They probably should have sat there and it maybe did one story, because I kept up with Cassandra's right on till the end, but I didn't really keep up with the other two's story. And it might be personal preference, because I really love all the Greek mythology and the wars between Spartans and all that, but yeah, for me, the other two just weren't really hitting on that much. I mean, you had some cool characters, like I think Da Vinci and stuff, and that was cool, but still, I like the Greek one better with Cassandra. Now, any problem the game does have, I know they can fix it with an update. Everything but the hand-to-hand combat, I'm pretty sure, can be fixed with an update. But that is an issue that you got to be aware of before you even get this game, that hand-to-hand combat sucks. But yeah, it doesn't ruin the game, and it's still like a 4 out of 5 in my opinion. The hand-to-hand combat does take it down, but yeah, I would still say pretty amazing game. I mean, that doesn't ruin anything. Just a little bit of stuff to be tweaked with on their next game. Now, with the 3 characters that you do get, the maps are always changing with each character. Like, one time you're over like on the pirate ships, and I don't know if it's England or where, but I'm pretty sure it is. And then the next time you're in the swamp at like a camp. It's pretty cool how they change it up like that. You never really find yourself in the same location getting bored with any of the maps. I got to say, the whole 14 hours I played, I was really surprised constantly by how they were able to keep changing stuff. I was like, okay, I'm gonna see the same thing this time with this character, and then nope, they changed it up so much. I was like, wow, it feels like a whole new place. And that's where really the strongest parts of this game are. They really hit hard when it comes to figuring out how to make the person involved in the game. You feel like you're an assassin. You are so involved in it. Like, you get where you'll start crouching around, sneaking, just because it feels comfortable, it feels right. Like, this is Assassin's Creed in VR. This is not like some knockoff crap they made. No, this is Assassin's Creed in VR. A few minor bugs and little combat issue, but everything else is flawless pretty much. I loved it right until the end. This is probably the longest game I've ever played, and since it was, I realized that I need a Bobo head strap. Yeah, with 2 batteries, because my Quest 3, it sucks. It's like a little over an hour for this game. I don't know if that's because I was recording every now and then, but man, it takes forever to beat it when you have to play an hour, charge it for 2 hours, play an hour. You don't have but so much time in the day. That's why it took me so long to play it, and I was like, well, after that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a Bobo head strap. But hey, just something to think about. If you're looking at playing this for over an hour, you might want to get you a head strap because it dies quick. It's a very demanding game, so it takes all the power out of the Quest 3. Now, I really got to say, I love this game. This is one of my favorite games in VR right now. I think that they fix the hand-to-hand combat, make the swords feel like they have some weight to them, and this is gonna be like a perfect game. I mean, just make one story though. Just give me one story, Cassandra, follow through on it, change the map constantly like that. I would enjoy that a lot more. I see why they jumped around so that you could see a different location through a different character's eyes. It was, I guess it's to start the series and figure out how it works maybe, but yeah, that's gonna change and that's gonna get better. And another thing I really don't, I guess it's not really a problem, but it's an aggravation. There's no jump button. It's kind of like an auto jump feature. So sometimes you'll be sitting there looking up and you want to jump so you can grab something higher, but it's like, ha ha ha, screw you, I'm not going to jump right now. You can't change that. Like, they need a designated jump button. I need to press a button and they need to jump. End of story. That needs to be there, and that's something I hope they add in the next one, because yeah, we need it. I know I keep talking about the next one. This one's left off on a cliffhanger, and the end of it is pretty badass. I loved it, and I think that we're gonna get a next one just by how the sales are and seeing how the ending went. Yeah, we're gonna get a next one. And I got to say, the music in this game, top notch, man. The end of the game, when the music kicks up, whoo, it makes you just, your blood start pumping, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna finish it. Like, I don't know. This game nailed so many things right. But anyway, if you have a Quest 3, it's next gen VR. Go buy it. Don't hesitate. Those problems are minor, and they're not anything to stop you from buying. If you have a Quest 2, also probably go buy it. I hear the game's great. I'm pretty sure the graphics are a little worse. I don't know how the battery life is, but it's probably shitty too. And I gotta say, if I could get one more thing, just Ubisoft, give us Far Cry. We want Far Cry. Please. Thank you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one later.
Hey, I have you now!
I have to shake them.
Ah! Someone's been murdered! What's the cause of the...
Yo!
You're dead! Ugh.